It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Washington football team.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
It's the Battle of the Beltway. Baltimore and Washington are underway. Fielded in the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. On 1st and 10, Smith. And he'll find Hall. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, a 22.
First down, Washington.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's a quick throw out wide. It's McLaurin. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Get this up to the 34, and a good lane opening up right away for it. 11 yards there, 1st down. Big article in the paper this morning talking about how they wanted to get chunk plays in the run game. Well, early on, there's a good one.
There is, and for guys on defense, they've got to remember the old adage. You've got to meet force with force, and if you don't, you get run over, as they did on that last
play. Here's a quick throw right side, and it's complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
On 2nd down and 4, Smith. And out of bounds right around the 20. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
From the red zone now, Smith. This is caught, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
Touchdown, Washington.
A 20-yard touchdown. And Washington takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive.
For the extra point.
It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead.
This Washington 7, Ravens nothing. Dustin Hopkins to kick off for Washington.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Hey, guys, I got 15. 15's mine. I'm taking it. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
First carry now for Gus Edwards. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
He's tackled at the 29-yard.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run. Probing now early. Things done later.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a first down.
Brandon, you know, we talk about having wrinkles in a game plan. That was a fold right there. How about that play? Being able to change things up. You think anyone else on the team's going to get the ball, and in that situation, they surprise everyone and give it to their big guy.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
Now it's Jackson. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially as pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
In Washington territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Landon Collins made the tackle. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 41-yard line.
Jackson going to tuck it down on the option. He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down. Well, that's what he can do when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will have a Ravens first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches.
3rd and inches, just turn around, hand it to the big guy, and let him plow forward and pick up a first down. A lot of people think that the offensive line, they may almost take the play off because they got a big guy back there pushing forward. I think it actually works in reverse. I think they block harder because they love seeing that guy get the ball because he doesn't touch it very often.
Edwards now on 1st and 10. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
An option handoff here to Dobbins. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They'll run the option left. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He lost a big chunk, 6 yards there, and it leads to 4th down. So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it. Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. And this is caught, but they say out of bounds. That would have been a first down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football. Well, I guess they wanted to get that touchdown right back on their first drive, but failed to do so.
And what they have to be careful of is pushing so hard to stay right there, to stay even with their opponent, that they gas themselves out. You know, it's almost like horse racing. Sometimes you don't want to take your horse right to the front and let him do all the work and then someone catch him at the end and pass him up. You want to make sure you moderate what you're doing along the way and then go for the big finish.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. And he rifles one incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Smith now to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
A gain of 7.
It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Play action. It's Smith. They'll let this go for the end zone. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 39 yards. And Washington is able to stretch their lead.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now 14-0.
To kick off for Washington.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this goal?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Even. 4th down. Even. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Come on, man. Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo! 31's the mic. Record. Come on.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. He uncorks it for Snead, and that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Final 12 seconds of the half now as they've got it 1st and 10. Back to throw, Smith. Slings this deep from McLaurin. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. The final shot here before break. Smith. He's got it. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. The final shot before break. Smith, and that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. J.D. McKissick as time expires in the 1st half. And Washington going to add on to their lead. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Dustin Hopkins to kick off for Washington.
The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And that 1st half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now, so as you mentioned, trying to...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Chase Young. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
2nd down.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Montez Sweat, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. Throwing on 3rd and long. Jackson. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On the coverage.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. He uncorks it for Snead. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And, boy, that means this next drive is going to start at the 3-yard line. They're quite a turn of events. This is 1st and goal from the 3. Here's Barber. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play.
This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A 3-yard touchdown run. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further.
Dustin Hopkins on for the extra.
They were able to stop him at the line on 1st down, but this time he punches his way through.
And sometimes just because you're stopped on the first run, it doesn't mean the play call was bad or incorrect. You might just need better execution and just a tad more determination. And they got it done on the 2nd try.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
27-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Chase Young picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
It's now 3rd down.
Here's Jackson throwing on 3rd and long. Losing 9 yards there. And it also brings up 4th.
A loss of 9 brings up 4th down.
Boy, not deterred from those first 2 failed attempts. They're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down.
Tighten up. Pull it together. 31's the mic. Hey, come on, come on, 31's the mic. Quit talking about it and bring it.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He uncorks it for Snead. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line.
Mike 40. I'm here all day.
Smith. He's going to drop this one down to Gibson. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam coming out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
Ball carrier.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. Now Smith on 3rd and goal. And he'll get this to Antonio Gibson complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
Well, there certainly was a lot going on that play. Every option in the end zone covered. No place to go with the ball. Had to swing it out to the back. A good job running and getting him tackled in the open field.
I can't believe they even...
Here we go on 4th. Smith. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Steven Sims Jr. there to make the grab. And the Washington offense just continuing to pour it on. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Jackson from the shotgun. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact. But in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jackson. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Off the edge, the sack by Matt Ioannidis.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Hey, check right. Watching the grind. You don't know no better.
They go play action with Jackson. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Jackson on the move to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Tackled at the 25-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Another run here with Dobbins. And some room to maneuver. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. They'll run with Dobbins. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. What a game this defense continues to play, huh?
Yeah, they've been aggressive from the first snap, and they've controlled this ball game. But right now, if you're on the other side of the ball, you've got to match that aggressiveness. No points so far in this game. Moving the football, got to be that way to go against them and try and get some points on the board.
And I'm curious on the defensive side if they stay aggressive, because you know they want to pitch this shutout.
Yeah, they have to be aggressive, but they also have to be smart.
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Well, that was all the Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
And they'll try to run it in with Dobbins. And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit.
35, Ravens 8.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by Washington. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it now. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence. Football now, they have to feel great about their
one of their timeouts. It's just their first as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Coming up on 2nd and 7.
Whip. Watch the whip.
They'll run the toss here. Edwards. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 6. Jackson. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for them. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
31's the mic. Come on, boy. Come on, boy. Sit up.
Jackson now down around his goal line. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And they work this out past the 25. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They go play action now. Jackson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
We got 3. Switch. Report. Hey, Ozzy. Sit up. 22's coming. Mike. I got you, boy. Mike's 22.
Another try after the first down sack. Jackson, man open left side is Brown. And he is out of bounds right around the 34.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
From the gun on third down, Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he will have a Ravens first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6. This pass complete. Jackson finding Andrews. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 43-yard line.
Jackson will throw again. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. J.K. Dobbins, the one he was looking for. And it's third down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Now Jackson to throw on third down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Jackson to Andrews on that one. First down, Baltimore.
At the 46-yard line.
Again, Jackson. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. After the interception, here's Smith. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Working with a 2nd and 3. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Smith going to throw it. He'll find Gibson here, complete. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Now it's Smith. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
Complete.
Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. His throw caught at about the 5. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. To the air again, Smith. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Intended for Terry McLaurin. incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal. Again, Smith. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us, we're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
42.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And that will extend this big lead.
Dustin Hopkins to kick off for Washington.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here.
Washington 42.
They were